Mark Richmond, my former security guard, working all night on the night of the murder. One time they said he was the driver. Then they said he was the gunman. Then they said he was in the vicinity of the area. But each of these is a blatant lie. These men, Sarabo and Narain, are leading police officers and investigators. And if they can go to this extent to implicate innocent people, this shows the depths to which the police force has descended to in order to carry out political directives. They tried every single thing and failed. They tried with murder charges. They tried with rape charges. They tried with GRA. They tried with traffic offenses. They tried with suku. They tried with extradition. But at the end of the day, God alone is in charge. The PPP never experienced a strong opposition leader. This is why they're trying to take me down for the past couple of years since my perceived entry into politics. Currently, there are two innocent men who are both former employees of mine, sitting in the lockups for 6 days now. This is a manipulation of the system and a blatant violation of their constitutional rights. Following my exposure of President Irfaan Ali's massive corruption of his 150-acre mega farm, President Irfaan has instructed Deputy Crime Chief Michel Caesar to immediately reopen the unsolved murder investigation for the second time of Fagundes. The first was right before the elections in July 2025. Amar Not, an auto sales dealer, was arrested by Senior Superintendent in charge of Special Branch, Prem Narain, and Superintendent Rodwell Sarabo. After arresting Not, they questioned him about who he sold the vehicle to, which was allegedly used in the Fagundes execution over 5 years ago. Not stated the purchaser of the car was Shemroy Omar Stewart, a known hitman for Roger Khan, convicted drug trafficker and murderer who was responsible for killing hundreds of Guyanese in the early 2000s, using spy equipment purchased by former PPP Minister of Health, Leslie Ramsamy, and high-powered weapons. Stewart was a member of Roger Khan's notorious gang and one of his right-hand men. Stewart was also employed as Roger Khan's main security guard at the time of the murder in 2021. The purchase documents for this vehicle were provided by the auto sales dealer, Amar Not, to officers Narain and Sarabo since last year, 22nd of July, 2025, clearly stating that the purchaser of a white Fila wagon was Shemroy Stewart, someone that I never knew. Sarabo's signature is seen on the documents which he clearly signed off on. Last night, a startling revelation was made about these documents, which were leaked online. In the same period, July to August of 2025, 2 carjackers were arrested by the same officers, Sarabo and Narain, and were promised large sums of money to say that they stole a car, also a white Fila wagon, and then sold it to me. You see how wicked are these officers? This was another failed plan and a total lie just to implicate me in this murder. I have also never seen and do not know these persons until they approached me in February of this year and told me of this plan. Yet, a third plan was hatched by the wicked and corrupt PPP government in the same period, July to August of 2025. Narain and Sarabo went to the New Amsterdam prison several times to try to coerce Rondell Bacchus, a convicted criminal serving a sentence, that if he writes a statement that he has knowledge that I was involved in the murder, they would facilitate his release from prison. A fourth plan, which happened just before the elections, was when same two, Sarabo and Narain, invited my former staff to the Kitty police station and offered him large sums of money to give statements that your boss was involved in the murder. And he outright refused and said, I cannot lie on an innocent man. We all know who is putting up these large sums of money. At this point, I want to bring this to the attention of the Judicial Service Commission, the Police Service Commission, the Judicial Fraternity, and human rights organizations in Guyana, where the rights of innocent people are being trampled upon for political gains. I hope the judiciary is paying keen attention to all of these events unfolding in Guyana, where the judiciary is not being seen to operate independently. In each of these plans, they failed to succeed. Today, with the help of the people and by the grace of God, I am the opposition leader and putting my life on the line as I work every single day to expose the massive corruption of the PPP and to hold them accountable. Due to my recent exposure of the president's massive 150-acre farm, built off the backs of Guyanese, he has been sent into panic mode and ordered Mitchell Caesar to immediately reopen this murder investigation and said in no uncertain terms to get something to pin on this man. This is how desperate Irfaan has become. Now, the explosive recording that was posted last night, where the son of the auto sales dealer, Dwight Dotson, stated clearly that the police is forcing his father to implicate my former employee and say outright lies on this innocent man that he sold the car to him.
They're trying to convince my father right now at CID that he has to say that that person is the person who bought the car so that you could some way connected to that murder.
So that is a setup now?
It's a setup right now. My father, they're forcing him. They said they're not releasing him until he changes his statement to say that this is the person that supposedly buy this car or had this car. This person isn't related to you.
Dotson also stated in the recording that PPP GCOM Commissioner Says Gunraj told his father to work with the police and lie.
You don't even want to know who's the liar.
Who?
Says Gunraj trying to tell you what to do with what.
Who says Gunraj trying to tell you what to do?
Yeah.
Mitchell Caesar also told the second former employee being held in the lockups that if he lied and implicated me, he will be handsomely rewarded. This is the second time they tried to promise this man favors for making a statement against me. And thank God, this is an honorable man who outright told them, no, he is still in the lockups as we speak. This is the lengths to which they will go to fabricate charges against me and my former employees. Now, let us talk about the facts of this murder investigation according to reports from the international agency that handled the investigation. The RSS, Regional Security System, stated that Roger Khan, a close associate of Fagundes, who was seen in the bulletproof car with him on the night in question, made several key inaccurate statements, including stating that Fagundes was the one driving the vehicle in front of Palm Court, when CCTV footage clearly shows that this was inaccurate, as Roger Khan was the one seen driving the vehicle. According to the report, Roger Khan also stated several lies to investigators and neglected to mention that there was a third person in the car with them as well. Imagine if he is lying about who was driving the vehicle, what more could he be lying about? We must ask, why aren't investigators and Mitchell Caesar not arresting Roger Khan, a man who is a known criminal and murderer responsible for the deaths of hundreds of Guyanese in connection with Fagundes' murder? Now that I have shown you the documents which state the owner of the white wagon, which the government and the police force have been hiding from the public this whole time, was close associate and employee of Roger Khan, Shemroy Stewart, why aren't these men the ones being pulled in for questioning and held in a lockup? Are the president and the Guyana police force working with a convicted criminal to implicate me? Is this a big setup? I will end this video with security footage which clearly shows Mark Richmond, my former security guard, working all night on the night of the murder. One time, they said he was the driver. Then they said he was the gunman. Then they said he was in the vicinity of the area. But each of these is a blatant lie. These men, Sarabo and Narain, are leading police officers and investigators. And if they can go to this extent to implicate innocent people, this shows the depths to which the police force has descended to in order to carry out political directives. They tried every single thing and failed. They tried with murder charges. They tried with rape charges. They tried with GRA. They tried with traffic offenses. They tried with suku. They tried with extradition. But at the end of the day, God alone is in charge, and not Irfaan or the PPP. Finally, it has been brought to my attention by several persons who have been interviewed concerning the AK-47 weapons. This is all part of another plan by the wicked PPP government, and every single thing is being exposed one by one. Soon, I will speak on this in a separate video,